what is your advice to retail over what they will face the next 5 days and post-halving of who want to build a bag of Bitcoin? Kichi, this is a question. There's a lot of people that are kind of new, and unfortunately, they weren't able to stack sub 20K, but still, let's look at some data here as to what's going to happen potentially over the next 5 days. There's lots of stuff flying around the Twitterverse of, oh, Bitcoin's going to go back to 20K, 35K, 40K. Bitcoin's going to fall 40%. I've read it all. Okay, we're down from this crash yesterday from the top. I think it was like 17 or 18%. We were here before a week or so ago, so it shouldn't be any surprise. But let's look at one of the things that we have built is the layer model. And basically, this shows you where it could go and where we could meet levels of support. And this calculates it based on history and other elements to determine where we could fall to if we fall at all. So 61,600 could be the support line at level 6. The next support line is 54,500. It's unlikely we hit this level unless, of course, all hell breaks out with nukes flying overheads and stuff like that. That's possible, but it's more likely we head up from here, and I'll show you why in a second. The other option is DCAS. Again, this helps you stack. You buy at opportune times. You do not buy on squeezes. When it's red, you buy when it's in the green zone, and it modifies the actual buy size. And right now, DCS has been firing up like crazy, buying this dip. I would configure this to daily and bull mode, aggressive for accumulating Bitcoin, because we know where it's going, and it's going higher. How high? We're not sure. 150, 170. Some people are talking 250. I think 130 to 150 easy. So it's a 2x. But if you're buying again at 15 or 16, it's a 10x, which is kind of crazy. But that's why I always stress get in early, get in hard, but still not too late to DCAS. Now, the other thing is Mr. 100 bought 4 times today. And Mr. 100 is using DCS to build the Bitcoin bag, and they've gotten much better at buying dips. They go in harder when it dips, so very proud of their work. And they bought 100, then they bought another 100, then they waited a few hours and bought another 100, and then they just bought another 100 literally half an hour ago. And so they've bought 400 Bitcoin in just one day. Impeccable timing, 5 days before the halving. Smart moves. They know what's going to happen next. They know. And they are stealthily stacking a bag with great regularity. But let's talk about this. And I shared this yesterday. The important thing to note here, after the halving, a lot of people say, oh, we're going to crash and everything else. If we go back to the previous cycle, okay, May 2020, the price was at 8,572. We're now, let me check the Bitcoin price live, 65.4. Let me check actually. 65.1. Okay. And after the halving, the lowest we dipped for the next 4 years was down to 8,535. It only dipped 0.41% after the halving. So the question is, can you risk waiting for that dip after the halving? Could a dip happen? Yes. Historically speaking, no, it doesn't. And 0.41% is nothing as good as a 20% off right now, give or take a couple of percentage points. So that's what I would say is, you know, we're still early if you have a long-term time frame, like 3 to 5 years or more, but get in as early as you can. Not financial advice, of course.